You think they are testing your loyalty, but they are not. They're calculating the exact depth of the wound they will inflict. Every time a fake friend asks you a strange question, pushes a boundary, or creates a bizarre situation, they're not being curious. They're conducting reconnaissance. They're mapping the architecture of your trust so they know precisely where to plant the explosives when the time comes to detonate your life. And the most sinister part, the part that should terrify you, is that you have been cooperating. You have been handing over the blueprints. You have been teaching them exactly how to destroy you while smiling and calling it friendship. Most people believe that betrayal happens in a single moment, a secret revealed, a lie exposed, a knife in the back. But that is the Hollywood version, the sanitized fiction. Real betrayal, the kind that shatters people, is a systematic operation. It is premeditated. It is rehearsed. Before we go deeper, if this resonates with you, if you have ever felt that sick feeling in your gut that something is wrong with a friendship, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, hit that like button. The algorithm needs to know that people are ready for the truth, not the sugar-coated lies. And drop a comment below telling me what country or state you are watching from. I want to know how global this experience is, because fake friends are not a cultural phenomenon, they are a human one. And the more people who see this, the more lives we save from unnecessary destruction. Now, back to the dissection. And before the final act of destruction, there is always a testing phase, a probationary period where the fake friend is not your friend at all. They are an engineer stress testing a bridge to see how much weight it can hold before it collapses. And you are the bridge. Today, we are going to dissect the testing rituals of fake friends. We are going to expose the 5 specific tests they run before they pull the trigger. And by the end of this, you will never look at your friendships the same way again. You will see the patterns, you will recognize the traps, and you will understand why some people enter your life not to build with you, but to study you so they can dismantle you more efficiently later. But be warned. Once you see these tests, you cannot unsee them. You will start noticing them everywhere, and the silence that follows that awareness can be unbearable because it forces you to admit something you've been avoiding. Some of your closest friends are not your friends at all. They are anthropologists studying a subject they plan to sacrifice. Test 1. The secret spillage experiment. This is the most common and the most overlooked. A fake friend will confide in you, not because they trust you, but because they are testing if you can be trusted. They will tell you something personal, something embarrassing, something that could damage them if it got out, and then they wait, they watch, they listen. Are you telling anyone? Are you using it against them? Are you storing it as ammunition? If you pass this test, if you keep their secret, they learn something critical. You are loyal. You have integrity. You can be controlled through guilt and reciprocity. And now they know that when they tell you their secrets, you will feel obligated to tell them yours. This is the trap. Because the moment you share something vulnerable, the power dynamic shifts. You have just given them leverage. You have just armed your enemy. But here's the darker layer. Sometimes the secret they told you wasn't even real. It was bait, a fake vulnerability designed to extract a real one from you. They invent a confession to see if you will match it with your own. I cheated on a test once. I lied to my parents. I'm insecure about my body. And you, wanting to bond, wanting to show that you are also human, you offer up your own shame in return. Congratulations, you just told them exactly where to aim. Psychology calls this reciprocal disclosure. In healthy relationships, it builds intimacy. In predatory relationships, it builds a case file. The fake friend is not bonding with you, they are documenting you. Every secret you share is a page in the manual they are writing on how to ruin you. And the test is not just about whether you keep secrets, it's about whether you are naive enough to give them yours. Think about it. Has someone ever told you something shockingly personal very early in the friendship? Did it feel strange? Too much too soon? That was not intimacy. That was a test. They were seeing if you would lower your walls in response, and if you did, they marked you as an easy target. Because a person who overshares early is either desperate for connection or terrible at boundaries. Either way, they are exploitable. Machiavelli understood this. He knew that the fastest way to control someone is to make them feel seen. When you feel understood, you drop your guard. You stop watching for the knife because the person holding it just validated your feelings. This is why fake friends are often incredible listeners in the beginning. They are not listening to support you. They are gathering intelligence. Every story you tell them, every fear you name, every insecurity you admit, it all goes into the file. And when they're ready to betray you, they will open that file and use your own words to justify why you deserved it. Test 2. The loyalty triangle. This is psychological warfare disguised as gossip. A fake friend will talk to you about someone else, a mutual friend, a coworker, a family member, and they will say something negative, not overtly cruel, just subtly critical. She's so dramatic. He's kind of selfish, don't you think? I love her, but she can be exhausting. And then they pause. They look at you. They are waiting. Will you agree? Will you add your own criticism? Will you betray the third person to align with them? This is the loyalty triangle test, and it's a trap with no good outcome. If you agree and pile on, you have just proven that you are disloyal. You will talk badly about people behind their backs, which means you will talk badly about them too when they are not around. You have failed the test. You are marked as untrustworthy. But worse, you have given them ammunition. Now they can go to the person you just criticized and say, "You know what they said about you?" And suddenly, you are the villain in a story you didn't even know you were in. But if you defend the third person, if you refuse to engage in the gossip, you also fail, because now you are seen as self-righteous, as holier than thou, as someone who cannot be trusted with real talk. You are too rigid, too moral, too much of a risk. So the fake friend will start to distance themselves from you, not because you did anything wrong, but because you didn't participate in the bonding ritual of shared cruelty. You refuse to get your hands dirty, and in the world of fake friends, clean hands are a threat. Machiavelli wrote that it is safer to be feared than loved, but in the social hierarchy, it is safer to be complicit than virtuous, because virtue makes you an outsider, complicity makes you part of the tribe, and the fake friend is testing which one you value more, your integrity or your acceptance. And here's the sickest part. If they successfully get you to gossip, they are not just testing your loyalty, they are creating evidence. They are engineering a situation where you are now implicated. You are now a co-conspirator. And if that third person ever finds out, you can't claim innocence because you participated. This is how fake friends lock you into silence. They make you guilty by association so that when the betrayal comes, you can't expose them without exposing yourself. It's brilliant, it's evil, and it happens every day in friend groups all over the world. Pay attention to the people who are always talking about others when those others are not present. Those people are not confiding in you, they are recruiting you into a conspiracy. And the moment you join, you are no longer safe. You are complicit, and complicit people can be controlled. Test 3. The crisis audition. This is the most emotionally manipulative test, and it's devastatingly effective. A fake friend will manufacture a crisis, not a real one, a fake one, or they will exaggerate a minor issue into a catastrophic event, and then they will come to you for help. "I'm falling apart. I don't know what to do. I need you." This is a test of how much emotional labor you are willing to perform. How available are you? How quickly do you drop everything? How much of your own peace are you willing to sacrifice to manage their chaos? If you show up immediately, if you cancel your plans, if you spend hours talking them off the ledge, you pass the test. But passing means you have just taught them that they can drain you whenever they want. You are a resource, an emotional ATM, and they will come back again and again until you are bankrupt. But here's the twist. Sometimes the crisis is real, the job loss, the breakup, the family emergency, but the way they are presenting it to you is still a test. Are you giving advice, or are you just listening? Are you trying to fix them, or are you validating their victimhood? Because depending on your response, they are learning how to manipulate you in the future. If you're a fixer, they know they can weaponize helplessness. If you're a validator, they know they can weaponize emotion. Either way, you lose.
And the most telling part of the crisis audition is what happens after the crisis ends. Does the fake friend thank you? Do they check in on you after you carried them through their storm? Or do they just disappear until the next crisis? If it's the latter, you were not a friend. You were a therapist they didn't have to pay. You were a service, and services are disposable. Machiavelli advised princes to never rely on mercenaries because mercenaries fight for money, not loyalty. When the money runs out, so does their allegiance. Fake friends operate the same way. They are emotional mercenaries. They show up when they need something, and the crisis audition is how they figure out what you are willing to give and how much they can take before you break. The saddest part is that many people interpret this test as intimacy. They think, she came to me in her darkest hour. That means she trusts me. No, it means she assessed you as useful. There is a difference between being valued and being used, and fake friends are experts at making the latter feel like the former.
Test 4. The Success Sabotage Probe. This one is subtle, vicious, and it reveals the truest nature of a fake friend. It happens when something good happens to you. A promotion, a relationship, a personal victory. A real friend celebrates. A fake friend investigates. They will ask you questions, not out of genuine curiosity, but out of envy disguised as interest. How'd you get that? Who do you know? What did you have to do? The subtext is always the same. You do not deserve this. There must be an angle. There must be a shortcut. And if they cannot find one, they will invent one. They will plant seeds of doubt. Make sure you're ready for that responsibility. I've heard that job is really stressful. Are you sure he is the right guy for you? I just want you to be happy. This is not concern. This is sabotage. They are testing how much of your joy they can poison before you notice. Psychology calls this relational aggression. It is a form of harm that does not leave visible scars. It operates through undermining, belittling, and creating doubt. And fake friends are masters of it. They will not attack you directly. They will just ask the question that makes you question yourself. Are you sure you're ready? Do you really think you can handle that? Wow, that's a big change. Are you scared? Each question is a small injection of insecurity. And over time, those injections accumulate. You start second-guessing yourself. You start dimming your own light to make them comfortable. And that's exactly what they wanted. Because a person who doubts themselves is easier to control than a person who is confident. The Success Sabotage Probe is how fake friends keep you beneath them in the social hierarchy. If you rise, they lose their position of superiority. So they have to either rise with you or pull you back down. And pulling you down is easier. It requires less effort, less risk. All they have to do is withhold celebration and offer caution instead. Congratulations, but be careful. I'm happy for you, but I'm also worried. These are not the words of a friend. These are the words of a competitor. And the test is this. Will you shrink yourself to keep the friendship? Will you downplay your success to make them feel better? If you do, you have just taught them that your happiness is negotiable, that your achievements are a threat to them, and they will spend the rest of the friendship making sure you never rise too far above them. Machiavelli warned that people are more inclined to envy success than to celebrate it. A wise prince, he said, does not flaunt his victories, he conceals them. Because the moment people know you're winning, they start calculating how to make you lose. Fake friends are not rooting for you, they're betting against you. And the Success Sabotage Probe is how they determine if you are a threat worth neutralizing. Test 5. The Boundary Violation Rehearsal. This is the final and most dangerous test, because if you fail this one, the betrayal that follows will be total. A fake friend will cross a small boundary, something minor, something that feels too petty to confront. They borrow something without asking. They make a joke at your expense in public. They cancel plans last minute. They share something you said in confidence, but frame it as harmless. I didn't think it was a big deal. It slipped out.
You're not mad, are you? This is a test. They are seeing if you will enforce your boundaries. If you say nothing, if you let it slide, if you tell yourself it's not worth the confrontation, you have just failed. You have just taught them that your boundaries are suggestions, not rules, and suggestions can be ignored. So they will do it again, a little bigger this time, a little bolder. They will push further. And each time you stay silent, you are training them that you will tolerate disrespect. You are teaching them that you value the friendship more than you value yourself. And fake friends are predators. They can smell that weakness. They can sense the people pleaser, the conflict avoider, the person who would rather be uncomfortable than make someone else uncomfortable. And once they know you're that person, they own you. Because you will never stand up for yourself. You will never call them out. You will never leave. You are the perfect victim. Machiavelli understood that power is not given, it is taken, and it is defended. If you don't defend your boundaries, someone will violate them, and they will keep violating them until there is nothing left of you to protect. The boundary violation rehearsal is not about the specific offense, it's about establishing dominance. It's about seeing if you're the kind of person who will accept mistreatment in exchange for connection. And if you are, the fake friend will exploit that for as long as you allow it. The most heartbreaking part is that by the time you realize what is happening, it's often too late. The pattern is set, the dynamic is established. And when you finally try to enforce a boundary, they'll act shocked. Why are you being so sensitive? We've always been like this. You never had a problem before. And they're right. You never did have a problem before, because you never said anything. You taught them that silence equals consent. And now they're using your past compliance to justify their current disrespect. So, how do you protect yourself? You don't wait for the betrayal. You recognize the tests, the secret spillage, the loyalty triangle, the crisis audition, the success sabotage, the boundary violation. When you see these patterns, you don't confront, you don't explain, you quietly withdraw. You become strategically unavailable. You stop feeding the relationship with your energy, your secrets, your time, and you watch what happens. A real friend will notice. They'll ask if something is wrong. They'll try to repair. A fake friend won't even notice. Or worse, they will notice and do nothing, because they were never invested in you. They were invested in what you provided. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. But in the context of friendship, it's better to be alone than to be studied." Because fake friends don't love you. They don't even hate you. They're indifferent to you. You are a case study, a strategy game, a puzzle they're solving. And the moment they figure you out, the moment they've tested every angle and cataloged every weakness, they will either betray you or discard you. Either way, you lose, unless you see the tests before they see the results. The world is full of people who will smile at you while sharpening the knife. People who will ask how you're doing while hoping the answer is not well. People who will celebrate with you in public and resent you in private. These are not your friends, they're actors, and you have been giving them a stage. Stop performing. Stop explaining yourself. Stop trying to prove your loyalty to people who are testing it. Real friendship doesn't require proof. It doesn't need tests. It just is. And if someone is constantly testing you, they've already decided you're guilty. They're just gathering evidence to justify the sentence they've already planned. Walk away. Not with anger, not with drama, just with the quiet, cold certainty that you deserve better. And if walking away feels impossible, if the friendship is too entangled, if the social cost feels too high, then at minimum, stop volunteering information. Stop being available. Stop being the one who always shows up. Let them chase you for once. Let them prove their loyalty. And if they don't, you have your answer. Betrayal is not an accident, it is a decision. And fake friends make that decision long before they execute it. They make it the moment they decide to test you
instead of trust you. The question is, will you see the tests in time, or will you keep passing them until there is nothing left of you to betray? The choice, as always, is yours. But ignorance is no longer an option. You have been warned. Now act accordingly, or don't, and become another casualty in someone else's strategy game. Welcome to the shadows. Unsubscribe if you want to stay blind, or subscribe if you're ready to see.